Emma had left the restaurant just after midnight. Her shift had run late again. Her feet ached, the tips she'd made were folded into the front pocket of her apron, and all she wanted was a hot shower and a few hours of sleep before doing it all again. The walk home took 20 minutes through a neighborhood she'd known for years. She'd done it hundreds of times. The first few blocks were still busy. A couple argued outside a bar. A city bus hissed to a stop. Music drifted from an apartment window. Then she turned onto Maple Street. Everything changed. The road narrowed. The houses sat farther apart. Most of the streetlights worked, but every third or fourth one had burned out, leaving long stretches of shadow between pools of yellow light. Emma slipped her phone from her pocket. 11:58 p.m. 8 minutes to home. She put it away. Halfway down the block, she heard footsteps. Not unusual. She glanced over her shoulder. A man had turned onto the street behind her. He wore a dark hoodie with the hood up despite the warm weather. His hands were in his pockets, and he walked at an ordinary pace. Emma looked away. People walk home at night. It didn't mean anything. Still, she noticed that every time she crossed beneath the streetlight, his shadow stretched towards her. She crossed the street, not because she was scared, just to see. The man crossed too. Emma felt the first flicker of unease. Maybe he lived on this side. She kept walking. At the next intersection, she made a right, not towards home. The grocery store she passed every day for years sat another block away. It stayed open all night. If he was simply going somewhere, he continued straight. She listened. A few seconds later, the footsteps turned the corner behind her. She didn't look. Her heart had begun beating faster. "Don't panic," she whispered. There were explanations. Coincidences happened. She reached the next intersection and turned left. Another unnecessary turn. Again, the footsteps followed. This time, she looked. The man wasn't staring at her. He was looking at his phone. But when she met his eyes, he immediately looked away. Emma stopped walking. So did he. He pretended to tie his shoe. She started again. A moment later, so did he. Her mouth went dry. The grocery store was still a block away. She considered running, then remembered something she learned in a self-defense class years ago. Don't run home. Don't let someone know where you live. Go somewhere public. She walked faster instead. The automatic doors of the grocery store slid open. Bright lights, music, people. She almost sighed with relief. A cashier smiled. Long night? Emma forced a smile. Yeah. She wandered the aisles without picking anything up. After 5 minutes, she looked through the front windows. The man was standing across the parking lot, not smoking, not on the phone, just waiting. He wasn't looking directly at the entrance. He didn't need to. He already knew she was inside. Emma walked to customer service. "I think someone followed me." The employee didn't hesitate. "You want us to call the police?" She almost said no. Almost. Instead, she nodded. While they waited, a manager locked the entrance and stayed beside her. They watched the parking lot together. The man never moved. 7 minutes later, flashing blue lights turned into the lot. The man walked away before the police cruiser even stopped. One officer took Emma's statement. The other drove around looking for him. They never found anyone matching her description. One officer offered to drive her home. She accepted. The ride lasted less than 3 minutes. Before getting out, Emma asked, "Do you think I was overreacting?" The officer looked at her. "If someone copies your route through multiple unnecessary turns and waits outside the place you go for help," he shook his head, "you did exactly what we hope people do." Emma slept badly that night. The next morning, she left for work feeling embarrassed. Maybe it had all been a misunderstanding. Maybe the man had simply been walking in the same direction. When she reached the restaurant, her manager waved her over. "Someone came by asking about you." Emma frowned. "What did he want?" "Said he found your work apron and wanted to return it." Emma instinctively looked down. She was wearing it. The manager continued, "I told him none of us would give out your schedule or address. What did he look like? He paused. Dark hoodie. Emma felt every muscle in her body tighten. The strange part, he said quietly, he described you perfectly. She never walked home after another late shift. Months passed. Nothing happened. Eventually, the fear faded. Until one rainy evening, after locking up the restaurant, she noticed a folded piece of paper tucked beneath her windshield wiper. There was no name, no threat, just a single sentence, typed in plain black ink. You shouldn't have gotten in the police car. I almost knew where you lived.